Tonga soa eto amin'ny Afaka miaraka amin'ny
Aingo
sy itity. We have guest here with Afaka, and she is joining us all the way from Ireland. And hi, Florence and Aingo. Florence, would you mind talking about introducing yourself?
Okay. Thank you very much, Tita. Thank you, Hang, for the invitation on the podcast. It's really a pleasure and an honor for me to talk about mentoring program that my organization is doing. So I hope it's going to be something that will be interesting for everybody who's going to listen today, and also get more interest on it more and more every time we go on.
What is the program that you founded, this mentoring program?
Yes. So just to begin with, to explain a little bit how the mentoring program was created in 2020 with all the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic worldwide. I had like a wake-up call to do something to help people who were really in need of advice and counseling, and also to get through the pandemic, and especially young people. So that was the aim of the program. We tested it with a few of my friends, close friends and family. So we did the mentoring online. So what is the mentoring first? Mentoring it's a personal relationship between someone who has professional experience and a person who is looking for advice and guidance. So that is a mentoring, that is mentorship means. And we tried to do it for few young people at the beginning. And then we wanted to develop it more and more to get more people involved, to get more mentors, more mentees. So that's how we actually collaborated with other people in Madagascar. We collaborated with the NGO Madagascar Women in Action, and for the first year in 2021. And then last year we add another organization in our collaboration to find more mentors, which is Association Nouf. So that's the story of the program.
So what is organization called again?
The organization is called Young and Leader Organization. It's a non-profit. It's based in Florida, and it has 4 years now.
Oh, 4 years. Wow.
Yeah.
It's been 4 years already that you've...
Yes. This is the 4th year, actually, 2023. The aim of the organization was really about all this mentoring program. And we are really happy, actually, to be here today and to talk about that, because it's today when I was preparing this podcast with you, this meeting with you, I was like counting the years when I begin everything. And I was like, oh my gosh, already 4 years. This is so good.
I'm part of the program as well, and it will be my 2nd year. But like for our listeners, can you tell us is there like a specific time frame? Like, for example, how long you said the mentorship is for the girls and what age, and then how long are they in the program, and how does it work in general? And how do you choose, the mentees? How can you, for example, select, who are going to participate in your program and so on?
So the program is for, like you said, for young girls. We choose girls. Why? Because the NGO Madagascar Women in Action is especially focused on women. So that's why we focused our participants on girls. We chose girls between, I should not say girls, I should say young women. It's between 17 and 23 years old. And we are doing this program this is completely online, because at the beginning it was to answer really the issue of the pandemic, how to do something during a time where nobody can see each other, can meet each other. So how people can interact without this face-to-face meeting. So that's why the program is completely online. The mentoring sessions are done by Zoom or WhatsApp or Messenger or Google Meeting or Teams. So whatever the tools is available for the mentees or the mentors. And we actually have some criteria to choose the girls. And so, like I said, the age, the origin. So from Madagascar, they should be from Madagascar. They should speak French, because some of the mentors are not Malagasy. So they don't speak especially Malagasy. And also the other criteria is that they have internet network at home, because it's easier than for them to do the session online, to be able to attend the workshop that we're doing also during the program.
Florence, why did you choose between 17 to 23 as the ages of your participants?
We chose this range of age because it's the end, if I can say, it's the beginning of the end of the teenager stage and the beginning of the adult life. So we think that this age is really in need of guidance, how to go through the difficulties to find a job, how to go through all it's the moment we have to take our own decision about our life, about the study we have to do, about the relationship that we have around us. So they need guidance, they need advice. And because I went through all that, and I think you went through that as well. At this age, if you have someone who can tell you how to do things easily, to find an internship, to find a job, to behave better, that would have been so great. So that's why we chose this age.
How do you choose like Tiza said earlier, how do you select the mentees and how do you select the mentors?
So we select the mentees with the criteria that I just explained, but also, so technically we go through we create a form online, we ask them, we put it on the social network like Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram as well. And people just go through, the younger fill this form online. And after that, we select some of them that are in this criteria, and we have meeting with them online, always online, because
so when you go through their application, you find first if they have internet connection at home, and then can you walk me through your selection process, please?
Yes. So when we ask them when we see the list of the names that we have on the form, we send them emails and for an invitation for an interview. This, we see when they answer. So we see if they really speak French, because we are trying to also see the mistakes they're doing in the emails, how they answered, how quick they answer. And we do it online. Sometimes when they cannot do it, because we choose a time where they should be at home for the most of it. So if they don't answer, if they say that they cannot do it, it means that they don't have internet at home. So it's already a way of selecting some of them.
They're just automatically dismissed from the list.
Yes, that's it. Exactly. And after the interview, we select based on the motivation they have. So we have a list of questions that we ask them. We ask them about their interests and all those kind of things. And so we are working with a psychologist actually to know a little bit about the behaviors of people who are interested in something or not.
Interesting. Florence, can you describe, or is a typical meeting between a mentor and a mentee? Because I'm curious to know about it.
Yeah, so that question is up for me because as a mentor, I like that young and leaders and the associations, the nonprofits that are preparing this mentoring for the young emerging adults. They are very organized, and they have they've given us suggestion on how to the areas to touch on, especially around leadership, because that's what it is for. It's technically a mentoring around leadership, and also areas where, for them to help around how to, for example, if they have specific goals they want to work on in their lives and they have questions. For me, because as a person who is working in the mental health field, I tend to have it self-led at first without even, without going further from those areas that are we need to touch on. So prior to meeting, and I would check in with them before too, before meeting with them, before the session. So for me, sometimes, I ask them, is there any specific topics you want to work on today? Or even before that, I would ask if they have any questions or anything that they've applied or anything that they've noticed changed between the sessions from the last session to this one. Then also, asking them if they have any specific area they need support around. So it lasts about an hour to 1 hour and 30 minutes. In the beginning of stage, I would say it lasts longer because I get to know them. And also it's more sessions. At first it was every week or even every other week. But the minimum requirement between the mentee and mentors to see each other is once a month. But I try to see them at least twice a month, and then check in between that. Like, I always encourage them to reach out if they have questions in between. And what I like about the program is, for me, the way I see it is that, I help them with their goals, but also I help them see, like, have that sense of self-agency, where I want them to have that, that I want them to know where they want to go with their lives. And now I'm just the support person, if that makes sense, because I don't want to be like saying them, oh, this is what you need to do, or this is what you need to do. Because, it's more like self-led. And then also I want to encourage their ability to know where they want to go and know their strengths and their qualities, and support them based on those strengths and qualities.
Wow, that's lots of work. Thanks, Tita. So, Florence, do you have like some statistics or some of the results that your programs has done so far, like the past 3 years? Because this is your 4 years, you said earlier.
Yes. So we have, I can give you some statistics about the number of participants we touched for the last 4 years. So in 2020, we touched eight to nine young persons, 4 boys and 4 young men, and 4 young girls, same range of age. And today I had actually some news of one of them who sent me a little message saying that everything was so good for him. He found a job. He's gonna finish his study this year, and he actually followed all the advice that he had during the program to get the job that he was looking for, and it worked. So I was very happy to have his little message this morning. So the second year in 2021, when we began the collaboration with the NGO MWA, we touched 17 young women, and a lot of them went through. So they at the beginning of the program, they were very, if I can say, very shy. They didn't really know what to do with what kind of decision to do with their studies. One of them was actually didn't really know what kind of study she wanted to do, and she definitely wanted to stop her studies and work on something she didn't really know. But after a few months with the mentoring program, she decided to continue her study. So I don't have any news from her, but I know from other people that she's doing good at school. So I'm really happy about that. In 2022, we had 43 girls, young women, that we, yes, that's a really big leap we made. So we are very happy that these 43 young women gonna finish their program this month, end of March, and next week. A lot of them, I talked to a lot of them, I think 1 week ago with our last workshop, and they were very happy to do the mentoring program. And 4 of them actually are working with us to improve the program. They made some research with their fellow mentees, fellow participants. They asked what kind of things they wanted to get during the program that missed or not. So they made their little research. So they would like to implement it for next year during the program. So I'm very happy because it's not about us doing something anymore. It's about these girls, these young women making action, like they're acting to change lives around them. And it's like we gambled on something and we won. Everybody won.
First, taking their life in their hands, and then influencing the ones around them. That's awesome.
Yes, it's really great. I didn't think last year we already began to ask a little bit of the mentees to help us on the program, and not to help, but to impact the other girls that will be in the program and to talk a little bit about their experience. So they did it. The participants loved it. They really loved it because they see that they are not the only one who go through things, difficult things. So they see that they are all together in this. And this year, the fact that those same girls want to impact by themselves without us saying, do something, this is a big win for us.
Thank you for explaining that. So you mentioned the first year you had some young men, and what changed that course of, like you were helping some young men, but then you decided to focus just on young female adults. What prompted that only on girls?
Yes, it's more because I collaborated with an organization who focus on women especially. But the other thing also is mentoring young men and mentoring young women are very different. We see that with some research that I made, a lot of mentoring programs for boys or for young men are done face to face with something very concrete. I mean, you do sports, you go do something. You have to do something. It's not just about talking, about sharing something on the phone or online. It's, you really have to touch them with your action, and they need to see the model in front of them. It works more like that. That's all the program, like when I did the research, all the programs for boys or for young men are all like that. So I think I need to go to do something very different for boys or for young men. That's why also I didn't go through the the program. I didn't target them for now, but it's a goal.
That's very interesting, and thank you for having that in the mind as well, because I think that, like you said, there's tailored needs, also like specific needs for those population each. What would you like to share in terms of like any message or anything you want to, say to our audience before we end today?
Yeah, message for people who would like to join the program, or either as a mentee or as a mentor, or any other thing you'd like to say.
Yes. So for all these young women that would like that are listening today and would like to join the program, it's really about growing. This program is really about growing. So we would like you to be more and more yourself when you finish the program. So I hope it's going to be something that you will be looking forward to do. And for all the people who would like to help to be mentors, I will say don't hesitate. It's really, we have mentors all around the world. We have mentors in different fields of action, in professional fields, and for all ages. So don't hesitate. You can really change your life actually by doing mentorship. And if it's not for this program, you can do it for other mentoring program. Really, it helps you in your life as well. It's not just about giving something. It's also you receive so much as well when you mentor someone.
That is very true. At least for me, it's true because I live it. Appreciate you for being accepting to be our guest today and also to share about your organization. And thank you for all you do for the Malagasy young women and also men and the mentors as well. Angu, did you want to add anything?
Florence, would you like to say more about how these people are, the mentors are not paid and...
Oh, yeah. Yes, it's true. So this is something really about giving. So it's a volunteering work from the beginning to the end. Us organization, we're not having some help, financial help for the moment. We are looking for it to make it easier for the mentors and mentees to talk, to be in touch with, but also for the workshop and all those kind of things. And, but the mentors are not paid. Mentees are not giving, financial, help either. It's really something you give, you share your experience. That's what you're doing when you do this mentoring program.
Thank you so much, Florence. And hey, this is the end of our very first podcast episode in English.
Oh, wow. Thank you. I'm happy to be the first one in English. And I'm really happy. Thank you so much for this opportunity. This is something I was looking forward to, and you really, it's like I checked something from my bucket list today when you invited me. So thank you so much for everything, for listening, for giving me this opportunity to share what I'm doing. Thank you.
Mankasitraka antsika manaraka ny resadresaka androany. Raha hitanao fa mahasoa ny hafa dia zarazarao ary manome fotoananao amin'ny resaka manaraka indray.